how we evolve. Now, we can think of evolving as becoming more, and we do that individually, but we also do it as a society. We do it collectively. And over time, we may learn different ways of doing that, and that's what's occurred for me. When I began receiving Wilhelm in 1989, I had no idea what it was going to turn into, but it turned into something that helped me to evolve and to heal. And then I discovered that it was done in a systematic way that was using science, meaning I was receiving information that was, one, aligned with the changes that were going on in our world, and it was done repetitively, meaning I was doing it every day. So then you start to think about neuroscience. You're using something to change your mind, and then you're also using cognitive behavior training, which is changing an old belief, because all that we have are beliefs, and the beliefs can be limiting. And so I was receiving information that was helping me to move beyond the limiting beliefs. And then I was doing it repetitively, so it was changing. So I was utilizing neuroscience or neuroplasticity that was changing things over time. But that was probably really challenging for so many people to understand, even me. But the result is it causes you to evolve, meaning you understand who you are and your purpose in this world. Now, we will evolve in our society as well. Not everyone will do it in the same way, and not everyone will choose to do that. We've seen that. Everyone is not going to think in the same way. So when I developed this work, it was probably really difficult for many people to understand it. So what I wanted to do is show you, because I have now this full program, your last development program, that just takes you through your evolution for your entire life, because we're always doing that as long as we are alive. But I also wanted to give you a little sample of it. And so there's a little workbook that I put together. And on this particular day, Wilhelm, over the years, gave me messages that were aligned to bring you to a greater understanding of who you are. So we're calling it a discovery, a journey in self-discovery. That's all we're ever doing is discovering who we are. We will just use different techniques and different methods of doing that. I just developed one that was using something else. It was connected to a consciousness and intelligence that I feel everyone is connected to. But again, because of the life I've lived, I used everything else, all the traditional methods and education and that as well. So it's a combination. And then also my life experiences. That has to go into anything that you develop. And I've had a long life. And so this is why this information is jam-packed with so much that you can use to transform your life. So I'd love for you to take the workbook and work with it, but what you're going to do is don't do it all at once. That's not how it happens. Take a lesson at a time, think about it. And, you might want to do more, but think about it. But the other important part is to write. When you write, it connects your brain in a completely different way. And all you're doing is going into yourself. You're going into who you are. And then you'll start to see a progression. And that progression starts to build. Now you have momentum. And you're seeing that every day you're getting better. Every day you're establishing a grounding within yourself or understanding more of who you are. So that's what I wanted you to have. But also, you could take the program right now if you're ready to go ahead. But there's so many who didn't understand the work or how it worked. So I wanted you to have this little gift actually to be able to get going, because everything you need is already within you. This is another method that was developed through me in a very different way, but I know that it works because it guides you to becoming your best self. Enjoy.